Hey guys! Hi, my name is Nadia.
I'm Emily.
I'm Kevin.
We hope you enjoy our video.
First thesis, Atwood's opinion.
In The Handmaid's Tale, Margaret Atwood's view on gender inequality is that it is unjust and wrong for a woman to be seen as inferior to men, while it is shown throughout The Handmaid's Tale by putting the female characters in a place in the story where they are either mistreated or treated as less based on their gender. By having the characters shown as an item or piece of property to men in the book shows and supports our ideas on how society treats women today, although not as extreme, while women all around the world are being held back and ignored by the rights many men have.
You've got a surplus, and therefore you can pay a standing army. And what is your standing army going to defend? It's going to defend the territory where you're growing the wheat. It gets very circular. And at that moment, we see women being fed less well than men. So men are getting meat and wheat, and women are only getting wheat and bone diseases. So you also want to produce a lot of children to help you grow the wheat. And I think that's when things went down the slippery slope.
I do not say making love because this is not what he's doing. Copulating two would be inaccurate because it would imply two people and only one is involved. Nor does rape cover it. Nothing is going on here that I haven't signed up for. There wasn't a lot of choice, but there was some, and this is what I chose. Atwood 94. In this quote, Atwood puts Offred in a position where she must submit and be forced to participate in sexual actions because of the fact that she is a woman. This quote supports the thesis by having a patriarchal-based society in the story. He is showing me off to them, and they understand that they are decorous enough. They keep their hands to themselves, but they review my breast, my legs, as if there's no reason why they shouldn't. Atwood 236. Atwood puts Offred in this position to show that women are mistreated and aroused by men, and men don't show the respect and privacy that they should because they feel like they're in a higher position than them.
In our second thesis, we explain how we can prevent gender inequality from continuing in our society today. Today in society, acts are being put into place that restrict the rights of women all around the world. For example, the passage of the abolishment of abortion that has taken place in Alabama strips the right of women by refusing women to have a choice in what to do with their bodies. Gender equality is being pushed and ignored by the government and in society has become somewhat of a social norm. We can prevent this by having equal pay and by allowing women to be heard and take higher positions in the government.
Country just passed in Alabama.
You just said to my daughter, you don't matter.
But why you all want to control our bodies, I will never, ever know.
25 ayes, 7 nays. The motion to table passes.
Because what you just said to my little girl, that you can just be raped, or one of your uncles or your cousin or somebody could just rape you and impregnate you, and you got to carry this baby under Alabama law.
One way to solve gender inequality is by re-establishing the rights of abortion. Although not every woman agrees with it, every woman should have a choice with what to do with their bodies, and their decision should not be controlled by men. To add on to this, the law was passed by 25 men. To fix this, we should put more women in higher forms in the government to have an equal amount of both genders deciding on what to do and what not to do.
In the recent US elections, we kept hearing of the Lilly Ledbetter law. And if we go beyond the nicely alliterative name of that law, it was really about a man and a woman doing the same job, being equally qualified, and the man being paid more because he's a man. So in a literal way, men rule the world. And this made sense 1,000 years ago. Because human beings lived then in a world in which physical strength was the most important attribute for survival. The physically stronger person was more likely to lead. And men in general are physically stronger. Of course, there are many exceptions. But today we live in a vastly different world. The person more likely to lead is not the physically stronger person. It is the more creative person, the more intelligent person, the more innovative person. And there are no hormones for those attributes. A man is as likely as a woman to be intelligent, to be creative, to be innovative. We have evolved, but it seems to me that our ideas of gender have not evolved.
Another way we can help solve gender inequality is by having equal pay to both men and women. There's a huge gender pay gap in the United States. The average woman's annual salary is 78% to 82% of that of an average male. By closing this gap, we can help push the ideas of gender inequality aside, and we will be one step closer to equality of both genders.